What is up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. Now, I know you may be looking down and you may be like, oh my God, it doesn't say the Glamour Family channel anymore. And you are not tripping. We are still the same, but we got some different stuff coming your way. And we are so excited. As most of you guys know, we have not uploaded a video here on this channel in quite a while. And there is a reason for that. So today's topic, we are going to be discussing family channels, how we feel about them, and also our rebranding, and just giving you guys updated news about what we plan to do with this channel, our new name, and what you guys can expect from us in the future. What? What?
Are you not going to tell them why we're changing?
Why we're changing?
Right.
Yes. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about our new name. How do
you skip past that?
I didn't skip past it. It's the first thing we're talking about. We are no longer the Glamour Family channel. We are still a family, obviously.
Right.
No separation happening here. But we will now be known as the His and Hers podcast. We're starting a podcast per many of your requests, especially on my recent live. We wanted to bring you guys some commentary on current events, whether it's in pop culture, whether it's in celebrity news, whether it's YouTube news, things like that. So we wanted to kind of give you guys a double perspective from the man's point of view, from the woman's point of view, so that way you and your mans can watch this together and we can have a conversation. So today we are going to be focusing on, number one, why we decided to make this change, and number two, our thoughts about family channels and why we are not participating.
Why don't you like family channels?
Why don't you like family channels?
I don't like family channels because it just feels like a lot of it seems like it's staged or faked, or
no, it doesn't seem it is.
Right. And I'm just not like comfortable putting every bad day, like my kids have a bad day, I'm not comfortable putting it on the internet, really. I'm just not willing to do the things that are required in order to have a successful family channel. I'm just not willing to do those things. And the people who do those things, I can't fault them for that, man, because they're making a lot of money and they're very successful. But I'm just not sure if I'm willing to go to those lengths.
Okay, well, let me say this. I do fault them. The ones only... Oh, you know me. I will say it straight. Okay. I fault the ones that it's obvious that their content has been staged, that it is not real life, that they are going out of their way to be as unrelatable as possible. They have forgotten who they are as people, as parents. Basically forgetting the entire vision of why you even started this channel and just getting muddied up by the numbers or the money or whatever it is that's motivating them. But at the end of the day, upon consuming that content, immediately I can tell when it's BS and when it's not.
What if people who watch it know that it's fake, but they still enjoy watching it?
Well, I mean, I can understand that. I don't understand.
I don't really watch those channels, so for me to create that content, something that I really don't know much about or necessarily enjoy watching myself, it's kind of hard for me to really be passionate about making that shit when I don't even like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just hard to get into it. So I'm not good at it.
There's no passion behind it. Yeah.
So I'm not good at coming up with the content for it. I'm not even good at coming up with ideas for it because I don't really give a fuck.
Well, and you know, and I can respect that though, because like I cared, but I cared to make great content with my kids. But when we made this decision, when we made the Glamour Family channel, I was not pregnant with Ezra.
No?
It was before. Yeah. But the vision I thought was going to be clearer after we had Ezra. Yeah. And we really tried it. That's when we were doing Vlogmas.
Yeah, we did vlogs.
That's when we
weren't even good at vlogs. Like, our vlogs would be just random footage. Like, there is no story to it.
Well, I feel like that's kind of the beauty of vlogs, though. You know, the randomness to it, like just showing the everyday life of this person.
Yeah, I mean, but like...
But the problem is that, I mean, especially now, we're in quarantine. Our home is even... What are we going to vlog? What are we going to vlog? Or getting another box of Pampers, you know? And then it became an issue of how much is too much and where is the boundary when it comes to, like, privacy for your child.
Yeah, you also got to deal with laws about, like, child labor.
Child labor.
When it comes to
but, like,
videos.
at the end of the day, your child never agreed to that.
Right.
I cringe at the thought of these same kids being teenagers, 15, 16, 17 years old, And there are these intimate videos of them on the internet. You know, we have not seen this happen yet because this is like the first generation of YouTuber kids that are, you know, being born and growing up right now. But I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. And I'm the type of person where I don't see things short-sighted. I always look at the bigger picture, what's going to happen. And I would never forgive myself if Julian, Ezra, or Mila felt like we muddied up their childhood or monetized off of it, or what word am I looking for? Like where we exploited their childhood, you know? And I think that there's like this fine line between wanting to share your journey as a parent and then straight up exploiting every single moment of your kid's childhood.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I respect that, you know, the large fan base that you have. They want to get to know you, your husband, your kids. They want to get to know and see those people in your life, because who doesn't want to know that about who their favorite, like any sort of celebrity or famous person. You want to know, you know, what's behind the scenes with them.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that for us. And you know, like I said, I respect the people that want to see that stuff, and I don't think our plan is to just shut our kids out entirely from them.
No, never that. Never that. We don't want to keep our kids from y'all.
Yeah.
But we definitely don't want them to be the focal point either, because they deserve to have a childhood. You know, and in our minds, we went back and forth with this concept over and over, you know, how can we still share them but not have it be so deep or so intimate or so, you know, exposed,
so vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. The vulnerability of it all. And David and I went round and round and round we go, and that was what really stopped us from creating content, because number one, our hearts weren't there, the passion wasn't there, therefore, you know, it affects our creativity, you know, how well we can do this. But more importantly, we were having an issue with how this could be a detriment to our kids in the future, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, you know, they did not choose this path. Now, if my children grow up and they want to be on YouTube, or they want to be a content creator, they want to be an actor, whatever it is that they want to do, that needs to be their decision. But for us to put them in the spotlight when they haven't even, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, no.
That was why all of a sudden, Julian has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he hasn't posted a video in 4 years?
4 years, yeah. Toy unboxings for a little bit. And
there's so little in that video.
Oh, yeah. And he really wanted to do that, right? But he was so little. I remember our son being that little and reading through his comments. And that just made me so worried. I was like, any wrong move, because there are so many evil people in this world that could go on my baby's channel and say some disgusting, vile shit, and then my baby's over there reading through his comments. Like, it I couldn't do it.
Or, I mean, yeah, that too. Or it could be the opposite, where he gets a bunch of good comments and then he just thinks he's the shit.
Big old head, yeah.
And I just feel like a little kid is not going to be emotionally mature enough to be able to take that. I mean, it takes a lot, even for like an adult, like, in order to adapt to the comment section on anything, especially when you're getting that many people commenting. It's hard to just read comments and not feel anything as an adult. So there's no way in hell that a 7-8-year-old kid is mentally or emotionally capable of doing that at that point in their life.
Right.
So good or bad, not just the bad. I mean, the bad is bad, but you know, getting nothing but great comments can definitely, it could change the way that they treat other people.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the, you know, it's not like we live some kind of crazy, you know, Hollywood life where, you know, we're on red carpets and shit, and, you know, we got paparazzi chasing us. Nothing like that. No. Obviously, we know who we are and, you know, what level of celebrity we're at. Or whatever.
I wouldn't even
not even celebrity.
That, okay?
Not even celebrity. I mean, there have been times where I got recognized somewhere just because of who you are. Like, that was weird. That,
you know, it is absolutely crazy to me that there are any of you guys that can recognize me or David or any of my kids. It is insane. It happens. Honestly, it took, I mean, even now, I don't think that I see the full scope of how many people might know me or watch me. It takes a person that is very well grounded to be able to maneuver through this experience and this journey.
For sure.
When you have followers or you're an influencer of any sort.
Like everything that these other YouTubers do, the ones that do like the family stuff, I mean, everything they do in their life is strictly for content.
Yeah, so like where's the living coming from?
Right.
Like when do you live?
Exactly.
Like
They don't,
actually.
Yeah, to me it doesn't feel like they really get to enjoy the moment where it's the second you wake up, your kids gotta be on, you have to be on. Like, we're not those people, and I think it's unfair of us to expect that out of ourselves, which I think is what we had been doing. And just knowing that we're not willing to do those things and fake stuff and do shit like that, it definitely made it hard. We will be doing a podcast. This is our podcast.
Welcome to our podcast.
It's going to evolve. This is just kind of just letting you know the change and where we plan on going with it. We plan on it being entertaining, lively. We plan on it being funny, insightful. Hopefully we don't argue too much.
We almost named it. What did we almost name our podcast? We're not fighting.
We're not arguing.
We're not arguing or something like that. Yeah. That's why we wanted to make this podcast, because we want y'all to know, first of all, we're going to talk to you guys about some real ass shit. But also, you really are going to get both sides, and we do not agree on everything. He's really quick to speak up when he disagrees, and I'm the same way. So I just feel like you guys are going to hear us banter quite a bit, go back and forth quite a bit. I promise we are not fighting. It is all in love. Now if you take it too far,
why
then
you
we'll
look
see.
at me?
Because you be trying to be slick.
I just think what happens is you do everything. You have this channel that's predicated on living in an exciting life, and then it gets to a point where you gotta fabricate that stuff. Watch the pranks of people that like do, or like a dude had like his mom call, or her mom call his phone, like change the name of her mom's number in his phone. Yeah, I don't know if that would go like that for me. Can't surprise you anyway with anything. I can't.
You surprised me with both of my pregnancies.
I did it.
Straight up surprised me with both of them.
Surprised me too, though.
That's right. Exactly. It was the ultimate surprises. I was like, that's not going to work. We can't do pranks. Right. I don't want my kids to be all over YouTube. Like, I just... I don't know.
A lot of pedos out there.
Straight up. Like, okay. You know? With everything that's been coming out as of recently, with all these fucking weirdos and like... Yeah. You know, that just love that type of content for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Like, I can't.
And it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. I mean,
no, it doesn't. It really doesn't matter. And we have both, and we have all ages. So it's just, I'm good. I'm good on that front. And I think that you and I kept going round and round with that. And we are so sorry that you haven't seen us in a while. We've received some really heartfelt messages just asking us to please create content, and we know that, you know, we bring you guys out of whatever situation you're going through right now.
And we can still do our challenge, like we still do challenges and stuff. Like, we can still do those kind of things. You
know, I'm down to do mukbangs. Yeah, I'm down to do, you know, basic challenges. That's cool.
And we'll update our equipment. Right now, we're just using a boom mic, which is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Things like that really bug David. Like, he will like obsess over our technology, and so when we came up with this concept,
I'm just a whore for technology.
You really are, but it's one of those things where like it will bug him until we get whatever it is that he wants us to have. Right now we have this boom mic. I think that you guys can hear us fine.
Yeah, Nikki's like, just throw it in there. Who gives a fuck?
Like, just get content. Y'all just want to see us, right? Y'all can hear us. Like, this is fine. But he wants us to have our own mics.
We gotta look like we know what we're doing. We gotta have headphones on.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? We
are not going to online school right now, okay? Yeah. But at the end of the day, we are here. Yeah. We are ready to create. And we are so excited. So welcome to the His and Hers podcast.
Do we have a posting schedule right now?
A posting schedule? No. But I'm going to be real. Can I just be real? I feel like anytime we try to do a posting schedule, we cannot stick to it because random things come in the way. So I would
We're going to have to get a hard one, though. We're going to have to.
Our life just doesn't work that way. And I'm not saying let's not have any sort of schedule, but like ballpark. You know, I've heard other YouTubers or people say like, you know, a Tuesday or a Wednesday, or like a Tuesday or a Thursday, sometimes a Friday. You know, like
the best
ballpark.
The best ones that I have seen, you can count on them every week, same time.
Okay.
I think we could do that.
With what we're doing now, I think that's true. I think we can do that. Because
Yeah.
before we were trying to vlog, we were trying
Yeah,
to like...
we gotta buy
there
stuff.
was no way sometimes
We
for
gotta
us to be able
plan
to do
it
that.
with the
So,
kids.
okay.
Now kids are asleep.
When would you guys like to see it? Are y'all trying to do like a Saturday rendezvous? Or y'all
Right.
trying to do like a middle of the week Mondays to like start off your week right? Like let us know down below around what time of the week you would like to see us and hear our podcast, because we are starting from the ground up and we really want your thoughts and your feedback. Are you going to be like bored to tears having a podcast with me?
I have a whole family with you. What are you talking about?
It's different.
Oh,
having a family and having a podcast is different.
Married to you, share a whole life with you.
You know, believe it or not, baby, a lot of husbands can't stand talking to their wives.
Okay, that sounds miserable.
Right?
Jeez.
Sorry, David had to check the Nuggets game. He's been obsessing over the score since we started, so.
They lost.
I'm sorry. It's bad. How bad was it?
Like 6 points.
Oh,
That's alright.
Wait, who are they playing?
The Clippers.
Oh.
I mean, I already knew that the Nuggets were getting hoed by the refs. I mean,
Really?
yeah. I already NBA rigs for LA teams. NBA does not want the goddamn Denver Nuggets in the next round.
You know,
of
I be
playoffs.
hearing about that with both the Nuggets and the Broncos, how like people be hating on both teams and like.
Well, Broncos actually one of the bigger teams in the NFL.
Yeah, but I feel like when I first met you, it was a lot of. I
They
remember
did
there
get-
was like favoritism.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame was really bad.
It was crazy.
The Hall of Fame was really bad. It's getting better now, but it was really bad. After they've been to like 8 Super Bowls, and they're like a very successful team, and they only have like 4 Hall of Famers.
Oh man, babe, I'm sorry. How many Super Bowls have you guys won again?
You gonna act like you watch football always?
What? I watch what's important. How many Super Bowls have you guys won?
I've seen them win 3.
How many was it? Was it 4 total?
How many?
Or is it 5? No, that's the Cowboys that have 5, not you. What is it that?
Oh, how many have you watched?
Many? I was at an actual Super Bowl parade for the Dallas Cowboys when I was a kid. Do you remember
Just
my
one?
brother constantly complaining about how I got to go and he didn't get to go because he was messing up a school?
Just
But
one?
then we had to leave because there were shots fired.
You only went to one?
Yeah, I was too little. I'm not as old as you. I'm sorry.
Man, it's just been that long since they won.
Like, you are just ancient and you remember a lot of things that I don't. And, you know, for that, I have a lot of respect for my elders. So I'm just going to leave that at that.
Broncos have won 3 Super Bowls since the last time you guys won one.
Oh, how cute.
I'm just saying.
That is so cute. Wow. So when we did win our last Super Bowl, y'all only won like 2 at that point? And we were up to 5?
No, we hadn't won any. You were like 2 or 3 when they won their last one. That don't count. It's like
How is
Ezra's
that? How does
age.
that not count when I was
don't
alive
count.
and well? Thank you.
Did you even watch it?
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly.
Anytime
You ain't got no memories?
Anytime the Cowboys were on, I was there. I was forced. They are my team. They are my boys. And I stand by them 100%. And you can make fun of me all you want to. My opinion is still valid because I'm a fan nonetheless.
I actually don't mind that you don't watch a lot of sports.
Why? You didn't want a girl that watched a lot of... Can we talk about the chick at AT&T that was trying to fucking get you into a conversation about sports?
Right, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
The way that you handled that situation was so funny, but weird, but funny.
What do you mean weird? How's it
Y'all, okay, let me paint the picture. Okay, story time. We went to AT&T to go upgrade David's phone, right? Because his phone stopped working all of a sudden. So we go there and I drop him off at the front and I gotta go find him parking. I'm like, all right, babe, I'll meet you in there. So he goes in there. I park my car and I walk into the AT&T after him. And there's this girl helping David out and they're sitting at this table together. So I go and sit next to David and immediately, y'all know that feeling when a woman has like been trying to put the moves on your man's, and then when you walk up it's obvious that like there's tension, there's like awkward. I could tell something happened and David was kind of being weird. They start going over our phone plan, what kind of phone he wants, all this and all that, and then she started asking him about, was it the Nuggets? It was like something so in depth, like she was really trying to like show off the fact that she knew a verbiage of like fucking sports. And so she was like, oh yeah, did you hear about this and this? And David legit, he was like, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, so are you having fun Trying to be relatable, bitch, to my man's. You think that he needs another friend to talk about sports with? He's got a ton to talk about sports with, bitch. Can you just give him his new phone? And then when we left, then David was like, babe, I think that like she was kind of like hitting on me a little bit before you got there. I was like, oh no way, no shit, Sherlock, really?
Yeah, she's pretty upset when you came through the door, because you came in and then I was like looking, I was like, oh, so I called you over and then she's like, oh, who's that? I was like, oh, it's my wife. She's like, oh, she was just, yeah, I was wondering because she was over here just me mugging over here. I was like,
who is mean mugging over where? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah,
she said that I was mean mugging.
Yeah,
when I walked in for a second. Why do girls be lying like that? I literally walked in.
I don't know.
The dude that saw me, he was trying to hit on me, and he was like, hey, you hear about yourself? And then I was like, nah, that's my husband. And he was like, of course it is, of course. And so, you know, I was talking to him. So like, what the fuck is she talking about? You see?
I don't know.
Why are females like this? Why you gotta be? And then you're gonna sit up there and talk shit about me to my man?
Yeah, I was like, what? It was awkward.
She would have known if I was mean mugging. Trust.
Oh, I know.
But I didn't know that I had a reason to. But she was guilty because she was over there hitting on my husband. And you have a ring on. There's no excuse.
And I already said. She's like, are you on a phone plan? I already said. I was like, yeah, I'm on a phone plan with my wife.
They don't care. Have you always preferred to have a girl that doesn't watch sports, or did you always want a girl that did watch sports and like knew about sports and wanted to talk to you about sports?
It doesn't matter to me really, but I do kind of like that you don't watch sports because it's kind of like my thing.
Yeah.
And
are you just saying that to make you feel better?
No, seriously, and I just get to enjoy. Like, it's just my thing.
Yeah, it is just your thing.
Yeah.
I want you to have your thing with Julian.
Well, yeah, no,
you know what I
for,
mean?
For
like
sure.
that's why I'm
just talking about
between
you and I. Like,
yeah.
Between you and I, like, sports is just more so my thing, and you know.
I just wanted to know, like, even in your past when you were single, like, was that something that? Because I've met guys that are like, yeah, like I have to have a girl that's like super into sports. And I'd be like, well, that ain't me. So, like...
If you were into sports, I mean, that'd be fine.
I can't tell you how many times... I mean, you're my husband. I love you. This was way before we met, obviously. This was, like, high school days.
Yeah, tread lightly.
But I cannot... You tread lightly, okay?
Why you keep making fat jokes to me?
With your past. That is not a fat joke. Damn. I can't tell you how many times I was, like, trying to get to know a dude, you know, like that. And then, like, another girl would try to do that. And they would, like, play that game where, like, they would purposely... I knew girls that specifically watched sports and learned about sports. Not because they were interested, but because so that they could get a boyfriend.
What?
And, like, it never worked. I'd be like, okay, spill all your knowledge, ho. Go ahead. See if he cares. Yeah. And then they'd, like, have a cool-ass conversation. And then the next thing you know, he'd be like, oh, yeah, she's, like, a really cool bro. And I'm like, of course, yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm not.
If a guy knows about sports pretty well, and a girl tries to pretend to know about sports, she's gonna get exposed.
Oh yeah, fast. That'll happen really fast.
I mean, but that's for anybody.
Super fast.
Like, I'll talk to people, like even dudes. I mean, it's not just a girl thing, but I'll talk to dudes who have no idea what they're talking about. And so,
really?
Yeah, just like they'll think players are on teams that haven't been on those teams in like years.
But I guess is that like expected out of you as a guy? Do you feel like to know about sports?
Nah. No. I mean, I think the way that I love sports, I think it's hard for me to expect somebody to love sports as much as I do.
It's like the way that I love true crime.
I mean, I like true crime.
That's my jam. No, not like me. Not
like
me. I know
like,
all the new ways of collecting DNA.
But not only that, but like you'll do like a lot of research and like you'll really dig into it. Like on cases.
I love it so much.
Almost like you're trying to solve them or something.
I am trying to solve them.
And I just like just give me the final documentary. Like, let me know what you found out. Like, I'll watch that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like
but
do
see,
all that.
I'm glad that you're not as into like true crime or my interest, like makeup.
Right.
I would hate
it's
it
probably
if
a good
you were trying to tell me about my
own interest. If I was
own
correcting
interest.
you?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you
Or like,
doing?
okay, and here's the thing. It got a little tricky when we started doing this.
Right.
Because YouTube was my jam. Editing was my jam. Filming was my jam. That was like my thing. And so David coming into this, and then like he would start questioning like what program I'm using, what editing software I'm using, like whether or not I'm doing this. And I'm like, this is my thing. But I had to like chair, and now we have found a common ground. I feel the same way about it as you feel about true crime. Like, just like show me the scores. Like, what happened? You know,
exactly.
Like, how bad was it?
What are the highlights?
What are the highlights? I love watching highlights.
I don't need to watch every
highlight
play.
game, but like,
I watch a lot of sports, but mostly I just watch the teams that I like. Like NFL football, like rarely will I sit down for a whole Sunday and just watch every game that comes on TV. Basketball, just way too many games. I'll try to watch all the Nuggets games I can.
Yeah, that's a lot of games, man.
But baseball, I don't even.
You should have been a baseball player, but that's a conversation
Just
for another
because
day.
I look like a baseball player.
You do look like a baseball player. A sexy baseball player.
It's a very racist.
So before we go on any further in this topic, we should probably just cut this off here because we have so much more to talk to you guys about. Some future podcasts to come. Welcome to the His and Hers podcast. We are so excited to be here and discuss everything with y'all. So definitely subscribe if you haven't.
Do not forget to follow us on Instagram.
At
The His and Hers Pod.
At the His and Hers Pod.
Right. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at David Cisneros, spelled with an S. And then
how else would it be spelled?
Some people spell it with a C.
And you guys can follow me if you feel like it. I'm at Nikki Glamour on Instagram, Nikki_Glamour on Twitter. Leave all the links down below for you guys to make it easier. But yeah, we're really excited. Can't wait. And we will see you guys very soon in our next video podcast streaming-ish.
Soon.
Love y'all so much. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.